This part of 10.2 is still about writing expressions, but it's not based on a set of numbers. It's not about finding the pattern um, and then establishing an expression. It's more being able to express the expression, being able to write or identify the relationship between words and an expression. So if we start like in this example, these things that we're going to look at, we're going to go from the written words into an expression and create an expression from it. And hopefully at some point we'll be able to take an expression and then create something written for it as well. But I'm going to go over, I'm going to introduce this to you so you kind of have an idea of how this works. And then I'm going to let you practice these. This is very good practice. Okay. So this is writing an expression to represent each of the following descriptions, a written description. So what I like to do with these is you look at, you really focus on what you don't know, what has not been told to you, because that always will represent your variable. Variable could be a lot of things, right? It's an unknown, and that's why we kind of look for it in a written description. So, for example, number 1 says the temperature increases by 8 degrees. So what is it that we are not aware of? What is it that we don't know? That's right. We don't know the current temperature, but we do know it increases by 8 degrees. So we're going to put a variable down, and you can use any variable you want. I could put T for temperature, right? T for temperature, and I know it increases by 8 degrees, so that would be plus 8. So whatever the temperature is, we've added 8 degrees to it. Okay, so and that's an expression. Tony grew 4 centimeters. What don't we know? We don't know what his height was to begin with, right? We use T again because it's Tony. So T for Tony, and he grew 4 centimeters. So again, we're adding 4 centimeters to that. Okay, so I'm going to stop there. I'm going to let you hack away at this. There's going to be adding, subtracting, some division, and then the bottom, we can't see them right now, but we're going to get to some really tricky ones in just a second. Okay, so pause this video and hack away at these ones. Actually, I'm going to scroll up a little bit so you can, let's see. Yeah, right there to number 10. Okay, do 3 to 10. Okay, let's go over these. I'm actually going to pick a different color just to make it interesting. Okay, it says Mr. Lowe is 6 years older. And what have they not told us? They haven't told us Mr. Lowe's current age. So that's our variable, Lowe. He's 6 years older. Some may say that's a negative. I see it as a positive. So we are adding 6, like adding 6 years. Okay. Sally is 15 centimeters shorter. What don't we know? We don't know Sally's original height. So we're going to go Sally, and she's shorter this time, so subtract 15. That's an expression. Okay. The area of the Mike Mountain Horse School Ground was reduced by 50 meters squared. What don't we know? We don't know the area of Mike Mountain School Ground. Okay, so let's put M for Mike Mountain Horse School, and we know its area was reduced by 50 meters squared. Okay, number 6. This is a group of students tried out for the badminton team, and 20 didn't make it. That is so sad. But what don't we know? What information was not provided? How many students actually tried out? So that's another one for a group. We'll go G for group. The group of students. We don't know how many there were, but we do know that 20 didn't make it. That's negative, right? So minus 20. Okay. Justin finds a job where his salary doubles. Wow, that'd be awesome. Okay. So his salary doubled. What we didn't know is what his salary was to begin with. So his salary, that's the variable, and we doubled it. How do we write that? 2s. That's correct. Now, if you went 2 times s or S times 2. I'm not going to mark it wrong, but you need to get used to writing variables and numbers together in the correct way, and this is the correct way right here. Hey, triple the scoops of ice cream. We're tripling it. We don't know what we're tripling, right? So we're going to triple the ice cream, scoops of ice cream. Tripling it is multiplying by 3. It's good. A box of donuts is shared equally between 3 students. And what don't we know in this scenario? We don't know how many donuts were there to be shared, right? But we do know it's being shared between 3 students. So it's donuts divided by, 3. Donuts divided by 3. You could also write it like this, D, that's a D, not a P, divided by 3. Oh, I need to calibrate my board. D divided, let me write that over here. Oh my goodness. There. Okay, the movie was shortened by 15 minutes. Well, we don't know how long it was to begin with, right? So movie shortened by 15 minutes is minus 15. Okay. All right. Now on to some trickier ones. Pause the video, and I'm gonna. These are quite a bit of a stretch for you. It'll be somewhat of a challenge. Okay. So pause. Do these 3, and then we'll start it up again. Okay. Let's see how you did. We are tripling a number. We don't know what the number is, but we're tripling it. So that's 3n. We're tripling a number. And then it's decreased by 7, minus 7. Okay. A number increased by double another number. Ooh. So we do know that a number, which is unknown, is being increased by double another number. So we're doubling it. You've done that before. And it's a different number. So we have to have a different variable. Okay. So let's put A for another number. And how do you double something? You multiply it by 2. So a number increased by double another number. Okay, and then 13, last one. A salary cut in 3 parts decreased by double Mr. Lowe's age. Ooh, oh boy, lots of things we don't know there. So a salary, we don't know what the salary is, but it's cut into 3 parts. So salary divided by 3 decreased by double Mr. Lowe's age. Do we know Mr. Lowe's age? No, we don't. But we're doubling it to L. So we're taking a salary, we're cutting it into 3 parts, and then we're decreasing that number by twice Mr. Lowe's age. Fun stuff, eh? Okay, so that's a little bit of experience working with a description, creating an expression from a written description. And hopefully we can kind of go back and forth too.